Alright everyone, we're back. The Car Jump Arena for round 2 of Rank the Jump. If you weren't here last time, we're here at the Car Jump Arena throwing cars off of the big ramp. We're going to measure how far they travel and if they survive the fall. That's the big kicker. If they survive the fall, then the distance they have traveled will count. Keep them on the list. They don't survive the fall, they stay on the course and become an obstacle for the following vehicles. Pretty fun to do last week when I did it. Seemed like people seemed to like it, so we're here again. A lot of cars on BeamNG and a lot of opportunities to fire some pretty fast vehicles down here, pretty slow vehicles, and see what happens. See if they get torn up or if they survive and can travel the distance. This time, I've decided to bring back the Autobella Piccolina to start off with. I was reviewing the footage last week, kind of determined I didn't really give it a fair swing. I didn't apply the brakes after its jump, so it caused the engine to be seized. I don't think that would have happened if I'd applied the brakes and had gotten off the throttle. So we're going to give it another fair swing, see where it ends up on the leaderboard, and go from there. It'll be the first car we start off with, and we'll move on from there and see what else we're going to throw down the ramp today. But let's get into it. Alright, I'm going to apologize right now. Frame rate, pretty rough. I have spawned a bunch of vehicles. I might have to look into changing that for future videos and just kind of spawning them as I need them. Spawning them seems to kill my frame rate. Makes sense. This game is a pretty intense game graphically and on the processor. A lot of physics going on in the background. Makes total sense. But without further ado, let's start it. Start the engine on the Piccolina. If you don't remember from last week, the Piccolina is a rear-wheel drive car. It's like it's kind of based on the Fiat 500, small vehicle, classic Fiat 500. Has 34 brake horsepower and has a top speed of 71 miles per hour, which I think we will hit. More than likely hit. We're going to go on the green. Green goes, we will do the starting position. Ramp. Get going. Now I did turn on, BeamNG added a cinematic collision camera. Oh yeah, look at that frame rate. It's dropping pretty bad. It should get better as we bring more cars down the ramp. But BeamNG added a cinematic collision camera that we're going to try out here, see if it works. It might not. It might. I'm off the gas. It looks like we did about 100 meters, 100 feet. I'm not quite sure what the distance is, so I'm just listing it as 100. And if anybody knows if it's in feet or in... Come to a screeching hot stop, and it sounds like the engine is still running, but will the car drive? It does! It survived, so I'm glad we returned to this and gave it another try. And it's honestly the cleanest vehicle that I've thrown down the ramp so far. So, the next vehicle we have is a member of the ETK car manufacturer family. 854190D. Kind of looks like a BMW or Audi station wagon. It's a rear-wheel drive, 189 brake horsepower vehicle with a top speed of 142 per hour. I do love me a good station wagon. Wish this was one of the more higher performance versions of this vehicle, but maybe we'll get there. And we'll go on the green. This thing's raring to go. We're going. Bit of a slow start. Remember, I'll try and get off the gas as soon as we hit the jump. I have a feeling the engine might seize on this, though. It seem to... This would be a lot faster than it is. Alright, we're in the air. Man, this is going pretty far. Uh-oh. Oh, there's the cinematic camera. Very nice. I don't know. I don't know if my brakes are gonna do anything here. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. I don't think I can get it out of the pool in time. It would have survived if it didn't land in the pool, but it did land in the pool. It is out. How we gotta call it. Pretty damaged though. Surprised that it would have survived, but it held up pretty alright. Move on to the next one. Now, I am sorry. I do review the distance that these vehicles travel. It's just in post, so you guys will get an update on distances. It's a little hard for me to tell as we're just sitting here. So this next vehicle is the ETK I-Series 2400i rear-wheel drive, 129 brake horsepower with a top speed of 120 miles per hour. Bit of an older model. I think it'll be fine nonetheless. See if I can actually get stopped on it. Alright, we'll go when the lights go out. Go. Let's go. I guess it's got the little exhaust pipe in the middle, kind of offset, just a little bit. It's a little weird. Usually you see it either in the middle or off to the side, completely. Not usually offset. Just a tiny amount. Let's see what we can do here. All right. Oh, it is aerodynamic in the air. We might hit 300. What a little. Oh goodness. Keep forgetting about that cinematic camera. It's pretty sick. And I'm on the brakes. Oh, please stop. Hey. Ooh. Does it work? Stuck in the sand. I think it survived. This might be like up there on the leaderboard, guys. Can't believe how well that thing flew. For like not being a supercar and not being a muscle car, we didn't seem like we were going that fast, but apparently we were. A little bent up though. Yeah, a little bent up. I don't know if it would survive a second jump. Hanging off. Pretty sick. The inside's all bent. Look at that center console. Oh, it's all bent. You know, doesn't look too bad in here though. No, it looks fine. Alright. Next. So this next vehicle, I think that last one could travel pretty distance. Feeling this one could blow it out of the water or end in a fire explosion. So this is the final of the ETK cars. It is a K-Series KC6C 360 all-wheel drive, 361 brake horsepower, so the most of any other vehicle that we've had today so far, and with a top speed of 154 miles per hour. Bit of a performance vehicle. Sounds like a performance vehicle, so I think we're gonna get some air here. Go on, lights out. Anytime now. There we go. Sounds fast. Oh. I think that must have been like the traction control maybe kicking in. Slowed me down for a second. Weird. We're gonna hit those ramps with some speed. Should be about 160. Off the gas. Uh-oh, we're gonna nosedive. Could be bad. Oh, could be bad. I'm on the brakes, but I don't know that it's gonna do me any good. It's not gonna dig in. Okay, come to a stop. Roof's all bent up. Will this thing drive? Is it drivable? I mean, the drive shaft's not broken, but the wheel is being so messed up. mean, it must be broken. This is an all-wheel drive vehicle. Like we've got 2 of the wheels still spinning in it. Well, this is the first vehicle that will be left fully on the course. So, this is far and away the strangest vehicle on today's list. FPU Hydra CVT is an 8x8, not a 4x4, an 8x8, 38 brake horsepower, and a top speed of 19 miles per hour. I think we can get it going a little bit faster than that on the ramp, but as you can see, it can kind of do like a little, like almost like a tank turn. Very tight little turning radius. But it is not fast. Especially when you're turning. High clutch temperature. Not good. High clutch temperature. Alright, we'll get it up the starting line before we kill it. And a little bit faster in a straight line. A little bit. We'll go on the green. This thing has a potential to just like drop on the other side of the ramp. We were already doing more than top speed, and we're barely down the ramp yet. Wow. We're going way faster than the listed speed. But yeah, that's what I thought would happen. Let's hope we can make it to the jump, otherwise we could become an obstacle on the ramp. This thing has a tight turning radius. 95 miles per hour. Well, we already know it's not going to count. Goodness. Oh, hell yeah. The pretty sick backflip for style, I'm not going to lie. Oh. This is a much more violent accident than I anticipated. Alright. Well, I think we already know it's not going to run. Yeah, no. Well, that's the Hydra. Kinda sucked, but was kind of awesome. The next vehicle is the Gavril Bandit. I almost wonder, is this a BeamNG car, or is it a modded vehicle? Let me know in the comments below. I did reinstall some mods by accident. I think maybe this was something that somebody made. I don't know. It doesn't quite look like a car that's packed in with the game, but it is a Gavril, so I do know people might be. So it's the Gavril Bandit 300, and the only other info I have on it is that it's rear-wheel drive. I don't have a horsepower count or top speed, but I think it's going to be pretty fast. Sounds cool. Yeah. Sounds really cool, actually. Eh, close enough. And we'll go on the green. Definitely don't have the fastest reaction times today, but not an F1 driver. Will we make it to the ramp before the engine seizes? I think we will. About 140. We hit the ramp. That's pretty good. All right. Smooth as butter. Drive shaft's broken. That's not good. Hood's up. Brakes are on. Oh, it's fine. Hey, we've landed. But will it drive? Well, it doesn't seem to want to go into reverse. I don't know if it does have. No, I think it's stuck. Nothing's spinning. I think that's another stuck vehicle. Alright. Only 2 so far. And we have another Gavril here, the Gavril Barstow 291 V8 Road Sport package. Another muscle car, rear-wheel drive, with 214 brake horsepower and a top speed of 126 miles per hour. And it looks like another vehicle straight out of Driver. I think, check this out. Pretty handy. That's pretty cool. Wanna send it out with headlights flipped out. That looks kind of cool. It's cool that I can do that. And we'll go on lights out. Any day now. There we go. Like the intersections in my city sometimes just takes forever. Over rev risk already. Not a good sign. Love to get this off the ramp before the engine explodes. It looks like we're gonna do it. Oh, at a big peak of 140, but we're gonna nosedive and flip like crazy. Oh goodness. I do like the cinematic camera, it's pretty sick. Man, I really want somebody to just barrel roll down the hill, but it's not meant to be. It's a cool looking crash though. And it still runs, so we can count that one. Stick it over there with the other vehicles. If I can turn this thing. Steering is not the greatest. Okay, you apply the handbrake though, it'll still turn. It's just a scratch at this point. And we have another from the Galro family. All Galro from here on out, but we have another vehicle from the Galro family. It's the Blue Buck 423 V8 Sport, 2-door hardtop. It's a bit of a boat. You guys can see. It's a rear-wheel drive with 295 brake horsepower and a top speed of 136. These old vehicles, they always kind of worry me that they're not going to make it where the engine gets. So hopefully this one does. Massive boat of a vehicle. And we'll go on lights out. We got here just in time for the... Come on. We'll go on lights out this time. Okay. The vehicle sounds cool. Definitely love the wheel spin. Boaty controls though. Oh, we're floating around a little bit. This thing's gonna fly. This thing's gonna fly big time at the ramp. I think. Yep. Oh, but it's gonna do that. Gonna do that nosedive. All the Gravels seem to want to do this. Oh, still a wheel up there. I can't stop this thing. Uh-oh. Oh, there's another crash cam. I'm gonna see if I can flip it. Oh, I did it just in time. And it still drives. Even though anybody that was inside of this would be squished and dead for sure. But it still drives. That's all we really need from it. Oh, it's got the tire. Oh, where the grill went, it's gone. Somewhere. Is that it over there? Yeah, that's it. We got one that flipped over and went in the water and still survived. Pretty sick. Wait the bend. Wait the bend. Yeah, it's great. We'll stick it over here with the other vehicles. Yeah, cool. I'm glad one of these old vehicles managed to survive. We got two of them now. Alright guys, the next one we have is the Gavril D Series V8, or the default cube. of BeamNG. It is a four-wheel drive, 194 brake horsepower with 108 mph top speed pickup truck. This one will hit the ramp pretty fine. Should survive, I think. We'll see. I've been proven wrong. I think we're gonna go on green. But yeah, this is the same pickup truck that it spawns you with default, just with orange paint job. And let's go real slow off the start, but definitely blowing that top speed out of the water. Oh, I was not expecting it to do the like F1 thing. Aerodynamics, making it like a airplane. Okay. Okay. Bam. Okay. No cinematic camera for that though. But the front grill's hanging off. Shortened up this truck quite a bit. Holy moly. Yeah. It's completely bent. Will it run? Will it drive? It does. It does. Survive. Another one. I had a feeling this truck was going to survive. I'm really interested to try some of the off-road variants of this thing on the ramp. That's pretty fun to toss it down the ramp and watch them bounce around. Considering how violent that was, I'm really surprised at this. Still runs. Next up, we have the Gavril Grand Marshal V8 and rear-wheel drive with 194 brake horsepower and a top speed of 130 miles per hour. Really reminds me of like a Cadillac or like a police vehicle, a Crown Victoria, Mercury Cougar kind of vehicle. I think that's what it's kind of based around. Bit of a beast, bit of a 90s boat, and we'll go on the green here. Now, we did have that ETK, I think it was an ETK earlier, that just soared through the air and probably traveled the farthest distance, I think, so far today. Feeling we might see that. Let's see. Could be completely wrong. This thing could go even faster. It wants to go even faster. No, we're gonna nosedive again. Oh boy. Oh yeah, sick. Sick little bounce. Oh, big hit. Okay. And we hit that car hard enough to shove it to the other side and out of playing area. I don't think it's going to be an obstacle from here on out. Dropped out of the bottom of this. Not good. The drivable? Barely. It kind of wants to drive. I would say this is pretty drivable. Can I get it over there without killing it? Sounds terrible. Goodness, that sounds really bad. But another one. We got quite a few vehicles to add to the list today. Be green. Alright. Two more. Alright. Next up we have the Gavril H-Series Vanster. Pretty generic looking white van. 194 brake horsepower and a top speed of 108. This thing's going to be a brick in the wind as it sails off the ramp here. Will we be able to go on the green? I think we can go on the green. Let's go. Now this thing is either going to soar or it's going to tumble like crazy, I think. Maybe the engine could seize up before we even get to the ramp. We'll see. This is pretty good. Gonna go over the 200 mark. Oh, this is jarring sometimes when it goes to that cinematic cam. Okay. 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 No. Save it. Back up. Back up. Oh no. Well, I think the van might have been okay if it didn't get hydrolocked, but I didn't want to back up, so I wonder if something had broken, made it undrivable there. The van is out. Leaves us with one more vehicle. Very fittingly, we have the last vehicle of the day, the Gabriel Romer V8, a four-wheel drive with 194 brake horsepower and a top speed of 114 miles per hour. As you can see, it's a white SUV. Fitting for this week, I think, to end on this one. Let's see what it can do. Probably get up here before the lights. Yeah. So we'll just wait for the lights to come back around. Maybe we'll go on full red. One red. We'll go on one red. Yeah, let's just go. I don't want to wait around all day. Let's just do it. Now, I think this one... I mean, if the van flew pretty far, I think this one's going to fly pretty far. Hopefully it doesn't end up hydrolocked like the van did. Sometimes I wish we could like push the pool back a little bit. Oh, it's gonna nosedive a little bit. Oh. Oh no. Oh god. Oh, it's gonna hit. Oh man. So any cars that I just destroyed, we'll keep them on the list. Because I just killed them, and the engine is... This thing's not running, by the way. It's out. It's not gonna count. Yeah, the engine's hanging out. That was a big hit. It was a big hit. Now, I wonder if the engine got knocked out on the hit with a wall or the hit with another car. But, yeah. Goodness, that was a big hit. What's the side look like? Oh, no. Oh. I mean, the back seat's fine. A lot of red on that car map, though. Let's see if these other cars are still... I mean... Okay, so we killed the drive shaft on this one. But, like I said, we'll keep it on the list. Now, the Piccolina took a pretty hard hit there. Still running, though. What a little beast. What a little beast this thing is. Look at it. Look at it. It's so cute. Even torn up. There was no damage on this vehicle before the Bronco came down. But the SUV sure did put an end to this being a clean vehicle. Sounds a little rougher. Sounds like the exhaust is falling off. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Alright, guys. Well, it's another batch of cars. I think we're like 10 or 11 vehicles this time. We still got more to do before we get into the variants. But this batch is done for, and this Bronco really messed things up, eh? But it looked pretty cool nonetheless. Yeah, these guys, these are your survivors minus the white Bronco. It's another week of Rank the Jump in the bag, guys. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you watched, please like and subscribe. I could really use a subscription at this point in the life of my channel in order for it to grow. So if you liked what you saw, subscribe. Really would appreciate it. Yes. Gotta face the sun. I'm never gonna catch these planes. Maybe I'll catch one for next week and fire it off the... Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.